like at TwitchCon, you can't even like get somebody in the frame who's banned off Twitch if while you're streaming at a Twitch event or whatever. So
more
it becomes
people
this kind of like thing where you could like pop up.
Essentially, just coping about Nick. Two 30-year-old, well, two people in their late 30s who are too afraid of a conversation with Nick, who's 24 years old.
Somebody, boom, you're banned. I'm in your video. Yeah. It's weird. But how do you feel about us sitting down and having a conversation with Nick Fuentes? And do you think that it's productive for people like Destiny or I to have conversations with people who are kind of white nationalists?
I'm of the mindset that folks should talk to whoever they want to talk to. I think if the topic is serious, then approach it with a serious amount of preparation. That's the only thing. So I don't think there's an issue with speaking with him, but if he's going to come on and say a bunch of wild stuff, you got to be able to know the material, and you got to be able to rebut it to some degree. Or if you don't feel comfortable with it, then
if you don't feel comfortable with it,
saying what it is, who you're bringing on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Someone's going to come to me and say, I want to have a full-length conversation with you about how Israel's the greatest nation on earth and they're doing nothing wrong. I'm like, I'm not mad at that, but you at least have to have some of the Palestinian narrative in there, or else it just sounds like you shilling. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like, you know, when I see Destiny doing it, I don't have any qualms with him doing it at all because he's so like ready to take on whatever his ideas are. With me, it felt kind of futile because it's like I'm just talking to somebody where this is their whole wheelhouse. Like they've spent their whole fucking life preparing to have this conversation with.
And you want to call him racist and you don't know how to, because when you actually sit down in a conversation with him, you're like, oh shit, everything I was told was a lie. That's why every single one of these people, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Laba, Adam, they can't speak with him. They're afraid of a conversation. Jadion too. They're afraid to talk to him because they're like, shit, this guy's kind of likable. I'm supposed to hate him, huh? I can't reply. I don't know any of this material. I think I've been brainwashed to think he's wrong, but I have no reasons to back it up.
Simpletons like me who don't know anything about race realism, right? Yeah. So it just felt like kind of useless in the sense of like, you know, getting a million comments about how likable he is and everything. And I can't even deny it. Yeah, he's kind of a likable guy, even though he's got some ideas I don't agree with. But it feels kind of like
saying that or not.
Yeah, right. I know.
I'm crazy.
But it's like, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, damn, okay, did I just do my part to sort of like make being racist seem chill to people?
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
Yeah,
Nick's not racist. You didn't see these are two bots sitting in here saying bot shit, even in their late 30s. And this is what's gonna stay on YouTube. And no offense, I mean Adam's a cool guy. But to just go, well, he's racist. All these words are just used to silence people, and they are at this age and don't realize that. Always look into people who are labeled as misogynistic, racist, anti-Semitic, incel, any of these words that they use. Well, cancel you. You're a crazy conspiracy theorist. You're a crazy racist. Look into what the fuck they're actually saying. In my experience, 99% of the time, they're truthful people. This shit happened to Alex Jones, to Ye, to Trump, to Andrew Tate, and now Nick Fuentes. And these people are professional commentary channels, professional podcasters, and they can't see through that bullshit.
Probably. Yeah. And I had a couple black guys with me, and one of them was sucking his dick, and the other one, AD did what he could, but it wasn't, you know. Yeah, none of us were ready to really take him on, you know.
That was my chief issue. Like, I remember when Sneako did it the first time, I'm like, yo, get this on, because I don't know what the fuck. I was there with Jidon, and we were just chatting, and all of a sudden, this dude's out here talking about, well, listen, the reason why black people have lower IQ, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this dude talking about?
Yeah, laugh, but you can't even argue it. At least be able to argue what he's talking about. What are you, 10 years older, and you got to leave a Discord call? Pussy. You're a professional Discord all day long sitting in Discord chats, but then someone who you inherently disagree with comes in, you don't know what to say, so you just leave. Pussy.
I've never even read up on any of this literature, but I'm not going to sit here and get emotional and start screaming at him because then you look stupid. So I like this, you could take the conversation, then it went from there, and then he did a good job of like combating that research because I was not familiar, nor did I really want to be interested in it.
You know, wait. You're not interested in somebody who disagrees with you? How, bro, this is what, you can't trust all these people. How are you going to listen to a commentator who doesn't even want to look into shit that challenges his entire worldview?
It's such a technical conversation once you start to really get into it.
Absolutely.
Because from what I've gathered, there isn't really much disagreement about the fact that there are discrepancies in IQ between races. What's up for debate is why that is the case, and if IQ is even a good way of measuring intelligence.
You see how Adam just agreed with the race realism take, but he said it in a nice, I'm high right now, friendly tone, and now Lob is sitting here not challenging it. But when Nick Fuentes is abrasive and doesn't care about your feelings, you get triggered, you got to run away from a call.
In general, which is, you know, again, very much not a conversation that is worth having aside from the data and the facts.
But think about how it looks optically as well. Right? Like, okay. Well, you're a white man.
If I made this my thing.
Hey, I'll be honest, like, you're a white man. You know what I mean, you got two black dudes sitting here. Yeah. You brought this white dude who's like part of this party, and then he's just telling like, well, listen, black people, the reason why you guys have Laura, it looks crazy.
So then debate.
It looks wild. And that's like one of my chief issues with Sneako one time is like, I'd had a conversation. I'm like, listen, you can have a conversation with whoever you want. Just don't bring them on when I'm on because I don't really want to have these conversations. And I look crazy because I can't refute any, so I look stupid. Right. And like 15 minutes later, this motherfucker brings him on. I'm like, you retard. So
I'm the retard, but you're too stupid to talk?
I don't think people shouldn't have this conversation. I think he should have a space to be able to talk about it.
Just not with me, because I can't say anything.
But if he's going to be talking about these like really edge kind of topics and he's having debates, it can't be just in front of folks who don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, because I felt kind of dumb because it's like my things that I brought up.
Look at the effect he has on people. This is why I'm really saying, remember this. If anybody could save America, it's Nick Fuentes. I don't have a lot of hope for this country, but that's one guy who has the charisma to do it, who has the intelligence to do it, who really knows what's going on, who's polarizing and well-spoken enough. Nick Fuentes could run and win. And seeing how these people are doing, just you can't even comprehend what he's talking about. That much older than him. Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Adam, Abba, all 10 years older. Can't even handle a conversation. That guy's going to make waves. I'm proud of him.
He did such a good job dismantling him because I'm like, oh, what about this clip of you, you know, comparing? He said that a white woman having sex with a dog would be on a similar level of degeneracy to a white woman having sex with a black man. Super fucked up statement. But, you know, he makes the argument of like, bro, I was 18 and it was like leaked audio or something. I was, you know, it's like he has everything on deck to be able to contextualize every bad thing he ever said to make it sound not that bad. Yeah. And then it ultimately, like, yeah, everything that I brought up that I had written down from looking at the Southern Poverty Law Center website was basically just like frivolous. It's not like they're not like in-depth critiques of his worldview. They're just like sound bites of like, oh, look at this one offensive thing you said. AD's like, you said that black people don't jog. And I immediately knew what he meant because it was like previously Nick had a conversation.
Black people don't jog. Shut the, like, bro, black people jog with Lululemons on. You see black people like in the hood put on their New Balance rainbow marathon sneaker. When the last time you see black people get ready to go to a marathon? Yeah, I'm going to go run a 5K. When I say that, hey, we're getting ready to run the marathon this weekend. What race is that person? Is it a black dude? Come on. Oh, well, look, you're generalizing. You're generalizing. Everybody generalizes. You're just not allowed to when it triggers you.
About Ahmaud Arbery and how he wasn't really jogging in that neighborhood and he was actually there to steal or whatever the fuck. And it was like, you know, it's a soundbite. Yeah. You know, it's like, and I didn't do any better. Like, we just didn't really like bring any gas to the fire.
I think you don't want to operate on gotchas. You don't want to be like, I'm going to get you with this. And I think it is good when people are well researched on their topics, even if it's stuff that you think is abhorrent or whatever.
Chat. Nick just texted me right now, and I can't. Oh my God, the shit that's gonna come on stream soon. Can I get some W's? I can't tell you. But Nick just texted me the dopest shit of all time. I can't tell you yet, but let's go. Give me some. Just trust me. Give me some W's right now. Yo!
I think there should be a space where people can discuss these difficult topics and then be in depth about it, but it has to be across from people who know what they're talking about. And I understand what you were trying to do, what you were trying to represent the other side and be able to get that and like, oh, I got you on this. But it's a poor way to have a conversation with somebody who's extremely well read on any topic.
Right, because, and that's the thing. Like,
look at these people. Yeah, these people are, Nick's too smart for me. I need to be more intellectually prepared for this debate.
Nick Fuentes, he's so canceled that it's like, it's kind of hard to like find like a good critique of him or like, you know, to even find too much documentation about like his career or whatever.
It's not that hard. You just have to know what is it you're looking for when it's discussion. If he's having a long form 2-hour discussion in regards to like Russia and Crimea or whatever, he's probably got a lot of historical facts
I have no business wading into that.
But exactly. So if you don't know it, then you just don't talk about it. That's why I wouldn't sit across from a bunch of people to have conversations. I'm like, this is not my wheelhouse. I'm not gonna just sit here and like, you know, just have a whole rant in front of my audience and then I look crazy just standing there like, yeah, sure, brother.
Yeah.
So
but it's like like if I were to give somebody advice on how to be a content creator, a big part of the advice is basically to take strong stances. You need to have an opinion.
Yeah.
New album comes out. If you want to talk about rap, you better not get on camera and say, "Yeah, shit was cool. It was cool. It was dope. I liked it." No. You got to have something to say. You got to feel something.
Speed going wild all the time. I should Speed. Shout out to him. You know, great job becoming the biggest YouTuber. That's amazing. People like those extreme reactions. So that's good.
But then for us, it's like I also feel like there's an important thing where if you want to be taken serious intellectually, you have to be willing to admit what you're not really educated about and what you don't deserve to really have a strong perspective on, and you know, stuff like that. It takes a lot of courage as a content creator to be like, listen, like this is just not my wheelhouse, so I'm kind of defer to other people but that it makes your perspective a lot less useless on there. But there also is a market. There's a lot of dummies out there who are like famous right-wing commentators and like famous left-wing commentators too. Look at the fucking Young Turks. It's like they're just like giving like boneheaded versions of that side's tribalism, and that appeals to some people. You know, Destiny's very like complicated. It's like very, very in depth. I understand.
You became a big fan, huh?
I am, but I just also understand why he's probably not.
Okay, I'm bored. Chat, I'm about to get out of here. I got a triple day tonight, and trust me, big things coming. You didn't get it right in the chat, but there's a lot of good things coming. Anybody who believes in truth, who believes in the America First movement, the soldiers of God are coming back, bro. Trust me. Big things coming. Big things coming. You didn't get it right. But the Groypers are going to be very, very happy. Everybody on Cozy, everybody on Rumble, you're going to be very happy. Peace out. Be safe. Bob and Weed, follow God. I love you. Goodbye. See you on Fresh. I think it's going to be on Fresh's stream. Oh my God, I can't wait to fucking tell you, chat. Yo, bro. Yo! I was just planning to react to this, bro.